Hi, everybody. We have got football and baseball on tap tonight. Um, for football, we're going to be opening some 2016 Panini Black Gold. We'll open some 2017 Panini Gold Standard. Then we're going to open some 2017 Spectra, which this will be the first time I've busted into that one. Came out recently. And then after we finish up the football, we're going to break a half case of Heritage High Number Baseball, which we opened the first half of a couple of days ago, I guess it was. So that's kind of what's on tap for tonight. A couple of little housekeeping notes. The football breaks for Black Gold and Gold Standard, those both have free shipping, so they will ship out in approximately 7 days. That is, unless you have a paid shipping break, obviously, that goes earlier, then it'll hitch a ride and go with that. Otherwise, anything that has free shipping ships in about 6 to 7 days. The paid shipping, which tonight is Spectra Football and Heritage High Number Baseball, those breaks you can expect to go out probably on Friday or Saturday of this upcoming week. Or of this week, Friday or Saturday of this week. I'm still thinking it's Sunday. Today's Monday. So that kind of gives you an idea of when to expect things to ship. And let's take a look at the first item up tonight, which is one box of 2016 Panini Black Gold Football. This is break number 10. So it is the 10th time we have broken it, or at least the 10th time we've broken it by itself. Our eBay end date is 9/18/17. Our live stream schedule is Monday 9/18, 10:15 Eastern. So that is right now. Team names are on the left, winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. So as I scroll down through here, you'll get a chance to refresh your memory as to which teams you have. And one of these spreadsheets goes up before the start of every single break. So if this isn't your break, of course, the spreadsheet will go up for your break when we get ready to bust into it. So that's kind of how we do things around here. I am going to take the camera off of autofocus and slightly adjust the focus. I know that puts the background a little out of focus, but it should make it easier for us to see our cards up close and personal, which is, of course, the thing we care about. So and anybody, I think I'm almost back to caught up on shipping from where I got a little bit behind with my grandmother passing I guess a week ago, a little over a week ago now. Anyway, you guys know I was a little bit behind, but I think I am basically caught up again, or pretty close to it. So from now on, as I announce our shipping dates, you can expect them to be pretty close to on the money like they used to be. So until that happened. So let's take a look. 2016 Black Gold. All the cards in here are going to be numbered, even our base cards. First up, a little Kurt Warner to 100 for the Rams. Next up is Bo Jackson to 100 for the Raiders. Oh, a Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning. That one is numbered to 25. Looks like it's the first in the series. You guys know I always like to see first in the series and last in the series. And this is dual materials hit, Patriots and Colts. We'll have to go back and take a look at the spreadsheet. Unless the same person owns both of those teams, we will be running that through random to determine the ownership in a little bit. And Justin, this is 2016 Black Gold Football. Next out, we have for the Bengals, William Jackson III. This is 4 of 49. That actually was a sticker auto, even though it may have looked like it was on card because of the background. It is actually a sticker auto. Then we have Christian Hackenberg, and that is quad materials numbered to 199. Poor Christian Hackenberg somehow still ends up third string for the Jets. Oh, Chris, is that your, you got the Bengals tonight? Well, that was a nice little hit for you then. These are the eBay breaks, guys. Again, the rundown, for those of you who have jumped in late, we're doing black gold football. Then that is followed by gold standard football, followed by Spectra football, followed by Heritage high number baseball. Pretty much everything breaks in the order that it ends on eBay. Next up, franchise gold for the Steelers. This is to 225. Russell Wilson for the Seahawks, also to 225. Oh, well, welcome, Justin. It is always nice to have some new faces. A little Teddy Bridgewater and Laquan Treadwell for the Vikings. As with some of the others, you guys may notice there's a little bit of chipping and things that you'll see, kind of little bits of white along the edges and corners, and that's where little pieces have, chipped off or been dinged around, and they just come out of the pack that way, unfortunately. This one is $249 with the dual materials hit for the Vikes. Malcolm Mitchell for the Patriots. Once again, chipping and things, corners and edges. That is a nice big piece of fabric. That one is an on-card auto, and it is numbered to 225. It's 209 of 225. And then we have Josh Doctson for the Redskins with the quad materials numbered to 249. So before we do our recap, we got to deal with this fella here, which is Tom Brady material and Peyton Manning material. It's a nice little card. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the spreadsheet first. I don't know if I called it out earlier, but again, there's a little bit of white on some corners and edges of this one as well. But I think you guys all know by now that sometimes, most of the time, they come out of the pack less than perfect. That's why it's so hard to get those perfect 10 graded cards. All right, so we're looking for Patriots and Colts to see if we have the same team owner or different. So Tenacious P has the Colts. And the Patriots is Bernie086. So that means we are, in fact, going to head over to random.org to award this card. And guys, I usually enter things either left to right or top to bottom. This card is oriented, of course, left to right. So Pats are going in first, Colts are going in second. We're going to hit random 3 times, and whoever is on top at the end of the third random will take that card home. And there's the first, the second, the third, and final. You'll see you've randomized 3 times. There's our date and time stamp, and that card is heading to the Patriots. So that is this card right here that we just did in random, headed to the Patriots, and I'm going to go ahead and circle that so that I know that for later for sorting purposes. And for everybody who's then freaking out, oh, you wrote on the card, because there always is somebody who does that. No, it's on the sleeve. It's not on the card. So Patriots get this one awarded via random. Then we had the nice little hit for the Bengals, William Jackson III, numbered 249. The Josh Doctson for the Redskins with the quad materials. Malcolm Mitchell for the Patriots with signature and the big piece of material. Dual materials for the Vikes. And then Christian Hackenberg for the Jets. So that is the recap of the hits. Obviously, we had some base cards in there as well for black gold. And again, since I know some of you guys jumped in late, let me remind you all of the things that have free shipping, which tonight is the black gold football and gold standard football. Anything with free shipping is going to ship roughly in 6 to 7 days. Free shipping items go out once a week. That's to keep costs more affordable so I can continue to offer lots of free shipping stuff. If you do have a break in the meantime where you have some paid shipping and it's going out sooner, then of course your free shipping items would hitch a ride. Otherwise, look for them to go out in about 6 to 7 days. That's black gold and gold standard tonight. So this is one box of 2017 gold standard football. This is break number 18, meaning it is the 18th time we have broken 2017 gold standard. Of course, our end date is the same, and our live stream schedule is the same. And format, of course, team names on the left, winning bidders across from it. We'll just buzz down through here. And it looks like I might have left off the G on that when I was cutting and pasting. And sometimes, guys, you know, there might be a little typo or something in here, but don't worry. I don't ever ship from this spreadsheet. This is informational, so you can remind yourself of what teams you have, and if we ever have to refer back to it, it would be there. And obviously, I ship from, you know, the eBay invoices. So when I do weird little things like make typos, you know, that's all. Hi, Raylyn. Oh, so you're all set, huh? You've got no more port. Okay, well, that's good. And Justin, you are looking for DeShone Kizer. We've definitely pulled him out of Gold Standard. And yes, Justin, I do ship all cards. If there's ever a time when something doesn't have all cards shipping, it will always say that in the auction description. It will always say up near the part where it tells you what is being opened, it would say, you know, only hits ship or only hits and inserts or whatever. If it does not say that, then yes, all cards ship. Chandler Jones first out for the Cardinals. And guys, remember, again, this set is one that all the cards are numbered, even our base cards. So Chandler there is numbered 279. Mike Ditka for the Cowboys, also numbered 279. Kenyon Drake for the Dolphins should be materials, and that's a pretty good size piece of material, numbered to 99. For the Patriots, a little bit of James White material, and where is the number on that one? Oh, it's hard to see. It's to 99 on the James White materials. Oh, OBJ, little Odell Beckham Jr. for the Giants. It's going to make somebody happy. Oh, I thought that was going to be signed. Well, it's still a nice hit. It is numbered to 49. Big piece of material on that one as well. Shelton Gibson for the Eagles. Shelton Gibson is numbered to 49. That is a sticker auto on there as well. Oh, boom. Panthers, how happy are you right now? Yep, you hit a nice one. A very nice one. Christian McCaffrey to 49, material and sticker auto. And Panthers are really very pleased with that, I imagine. So let's recap our gold standard hits. The nice Christian McCaffrey, nice low number too, to 49. Of course, everything gold standard is pretty low numbered in general. Shelton Gibson for the Eagles. A little OBJ for the Giants. James White for the Patriots. And Kenyon Drake for the Dolphins. So that has gold standard locked and loaded, which brings us to Spectra. This is going to be my first chance to get into Spectra as well. We've got a brand new case. We're opening half of that tonight. So here's what's going to happen with that. We will, well, first we're going to take a look at the spreadsheet, and then we'll take all of the boxes out. I'll number them on the end, and then let random.org choose which ones we open tonight versus which ones we open in the next break. So this is 4 boxes of 2017 Panini Spectra Football. This is a half case break. It is break number 1. This just came out last week. And yeah, everything else is the same as you guys are accustomed to seeing, with the end date and the live stream schedule and our teams and bidder names and all that jazz. Justin, you didn't have any luck. I'm sorry, man. That's the hazard of it, right? I mean, sometimes we don't pull what we want, but then it is usually made up somewhere down the road when we hit something awesome. Then it's like, oh yeah, okay, it's all worth it. That's how it is for me anyway. I buy into other people's breaks as well, so I don't just break for you guys. I also participate in other people's breaks, so I feel your pain. So So we are gonna, again, we're just taking all the boxes out of this case that I just opened up. Obviously we're opening half of them, but we will number them on the end, and then random can determine for us which ones we open tonight. I just think that's, you know, it's definitely the way to go when we have case hits, and honestly I'm just kind of in the habit of doing it now, so even when we have a product that doesn't have a specific case hit, I still tend to kind of do it this way anymore. That dark color makes it hard to see that black marker on there, but anyway, it is on there, so we can still figure out which one's which. And for Spectra, of course, you know, there's multiple cards in this break, so there was a shipping charge for this break. So you can look for Spectra to ship out probably in the area of Friday to Saturday, and if I can get it to you faster, I certainly will. I do print the labels through eBay, so you should get a shipping notice when it goes out. So Random has awarded us 8, 1, 6, and 5. So those are the boxes we are opening tonight. 8, 1, 6, and 5. So that shouldn't be too hard. There's 5, 6. We'll dump 7. We'll keep 1. And then all these other guys, they have to wait. They have to wait their turn for another night. Of course, I'm sure that most of you have, if not all of you, have opened Spectra before, so you guys know what an awesome series of cards this is. I always enjoy getting into Spectra. And there's lots of hits in here. So that is also a fun thing. We like getting lots of hits. It's supposed to be 4 autographs and 7 memorabilia cards. You know, they always say the on average little deal. So you guys know that on average means that sometimes they will replace one of them with a rewards point card. Although certainly we hope that that is not going to be the case. But occasionally they do. This is one shiny box, let me tell you. That is like a mirror thing. That the light hits that and bounces right off my cornea. It's a whole array of lights. So good luck, everybody. I cannot wait to see what all we find in here. It's always so much fun. So I think the back half of this case I already have listed. Maybe ending Friday night, if I'm not mistaken. And then I have another case, maybe another 2 cases of it as well. But that is not, of course, listed yet. So I don't think it is anyway. I shouldn't say for sure it's not. It could be. So we're going to start things off with Tyler Eifert for the Bengals, numbered to 50. And that, of course, again, our base cards and things in here are typically numbered. Our Darius Stewart to 199 for the Jets. Definitely see a little white down there on the corner of that. So we know, once again, we're going to have some little chipping and edge issues here and there. Russell Wilson to 199 for the Seahawks. Deonta Foreman to 75 for the Texans, and that is a nice looking card, guys. It's a really nice card. It is a sticker auto. A lot of them in here will be, but that's a really nice patch to go with it, and a good low number. Corey Clement to 99 for the Eagles on our base card. A little AJ Green die cut to, does that say 35? I think it does. 35 for the Bengals. CJ Beathard for the 49ers, numbered to 199 on the dual materials. Don Maynard to 50, a little Hall of Famer here for the Jets. That's a really sweet little card for you, Jets. It does have, gosh, actually quite a bit of what looks like surface kind of scratches and scuffs and things on it. I don't know how much of that you can see with the light bouncing off of it, but it does definitely have some surface wear on it. My assumption is that that has probably come from being signed, you know, people dragging their hand or their clothing or whatever across it, but I definitely do see that we have some surface imperfections on that one. Isaiah Ford to 25 for the Dolphins. A little Doug Martin to 199 for the Bucks. Corey Davis, Titans to 99, dual materials. Robert Kelly to 99 for the Skins, sticker auto on that one. Zeke, he had a rough game this weekend. That is to 99 for the boys. Juju Smith-Schuster had a good game this weekend to 99 for the Steelers, my Pittsburgh Steelers. Followed by another hit for the Steelers, James Conner to 25. And that, guys, that's a sweet patch, okay? Yeah. You even have a little tiny bit of white at the top, so you managed to get all three colors in there, but I love seeing a 2 and 3 color patch. Jeff Garcia to 99 for the 49ers is our fourth signature out of box number 1. And of course we will recap all of our hits at the end of the break. So if somebody missed something or you just want to take another look at your hits, we'll buzz back through them at the end of the break. But Spectra always has such nice hits. It's really, well, I mean, it should have for the price, but it always does. It never disappoints. Julio Jones to, I think that says 50. Yeah, it does say 50 for the Falcons. Whew. You would think I probably should have gone to the eye doctor today instead of the dentist, huh? Paxton Lynch to 15 for the Broncos. Little material on there as well. Colts, Andrew Luck and Marlon Mack to 199. Dual material. Chad Hansen to 75 for the Jets. Sticker auto. Ricky Williams to 99 for the Saints. Cam Newton die cut to 25 for the Panthers. Ryan Tannehill to 99 for the Dolphins. Deshaun Watson, Texans. I think you're about to be happy. This is numbered to 50. Oh, you can, well, there is an autograph on there, but man, this is kind of messed up. Can you guys even see that? There is a sticker on here with his signature, but it's some kind of weird, like, light green or something, and or a neon green, like you really can't even see it, but there's a sticker on there with a neon green sort of signature. But I gotta tell you, he should have used a different ink pen, because you really can't even see that. But you do have a nice patch and you do have a signature. And it is a nice low number, but they might want to rethink using that kind of lime green pen, because that is nearly impossible to see. Zach Cunningham, numbered to 10 for the Texans on the die cut. Drew Brees to 199 for the Saints, materials hit. For the Jags, D.D. Westbrook, Leonard Fournette to 199 with dual materials. Sterling Sharp to 99 for the Pack. There's another nice retired veteran, whatever you want to call him, player. That one does appear to be an on-card auto, much like the Maynard was earlier. At least I think I remember that the Maynard was. It's a nice little hit for the Pack. Packers have actually been on a pretty good little run the last couple days. Pulled a ton of Packers. Steve Young /25 for the Niners. David Johnson /199 for the Cards. Bengals, John Ross and A.J. Green. Dual materials /199. And a redemption. I'm going to keep the redemption. I'm going to keep you in suspense and set the redemption over here. And we're going to wait. Oh, yeah, I know. That's evil, isn't it? A little bit. But that way, if we find another one, we'll just look at them both together and then go right to the checklist. Because I always checklist verify the redemptions. Even when we know where they go, I still go on there and check it out. TJ Logan /99 for the Cardinals. For the 49ers, Carlos Hyde /199 material. /199, Dak Prescott and Cole Beasley, dual material hits for the Cowboys. A little Kenny Golladay for the Lions, 75/75, a little love for the rookie. And of course, sticker auto and nice 2-color patch there. I really, really wish that Deshaun Watson had been signed in a different color, because that would have shown up much better if it had. Julius Peppers /250 for the Panthers. Juju Smith-Schuster /199 again for the Steelers. Joe Mixon /199 for the Bengals, dual materials. At least you got 2 different colors. Not on the same patch, but on the same card, so it still looks pretty nice. David Johnson /25 for the Cardinals, material and sticker auto. Jordan Howard /99 for the Bears. Ryan Tannehill /199 for the Dolphins, material. Antonio Brown, AB /50 for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Taco Charlton /199 for the Cowboys, sticker auto. Zeke coming out again, and it's a 1 of 1. You can see that right there, 1 of 1. Anything Ezekiel Elliott 1 of 1 is good, no matter what it looks like when we flip it over. So there's not a material, there's not a signature, but hey, are you unhappy that you pulled a Zeke 1 of 1? I don't think so. Nice little hit there for the boys. And guys, if you want a one-touch for that or anything else that we pull, send me a message by way of eBay. I'm always happy to do that, just at my cost for the case and whatever PayPal charges to receive the money. This is Justin Evans /35 for the Bucks. Usually it ends up being, unless it's a weird size case or something, it usually ends up being, around $3 or in that neighborhood. This is /199 Mike Williams for the Chargers. And we're going to have some dual materials here. This is /20. Josh Dobbs on one side, Alvin Kamara on the other. So Steelers and Saints. Oh, and it's not just materials, kids. It's signatures, too. 2 nice patches and nice signatures. And unless we have the same person that owns both of those teams, that will end up going to random. So we're going to set that aside. We've still got our redemption pending there. And, of course, we will check out the spreadsheet before we figure out what happens there with Josh and Alvin, in case we have the same person. Of course, if we did, I guess it wouldn't matter, because whichever team random assigned it to, they would have if they owned both the teams. But it would just save us a step, I guess, is the point. Yeah, Dan, that was a nice card. Is that yours? Do you have the Cowboys in here tonight? Tyus Bowser /35 for the Ravens. Die cut, of course. You guys can see that. I didn't say that, but I should have. Lamar Miller to 199. Materials hit for the Texans. Curtis Samuel to 99 for the Panthers with the dual material. Dalvin Cook, this kid's going to be good, to 99 for the Vikes. It's actually already good. Two-color patch and sticker auto, and he does not waste any time signing his name, does he? He's very efficient with just the D and the C. Here is Zeke to 99. Tyreek Hill for the Chiefs to 199. And that also has, I don't know what that is right there. It's like a little, I think it's a little, like the material has a little pull in it or something. It looks like a little piece of white thread coming out of your Tyreek Hill material. Russell Wilson to 10 for the Seahawks. Also a nice little piece of material. Nice two-color action going on there. Wayne Gallman for the Giants to 50. If I could, not hold it upside down, might be helpful. That's a cool patch. That's a very nice patch. And honestly, you don't see a whole lot of those come out for the Giants. So that's a nice looking card. I mean, patches that are red and white for the Giants. I should rephrase that. Jordan Leggett to 99 for the Jets. Demaryius Thomas to 99 for the Broncos. A little Leonard Fournette to 199 for the Jags. Another materials hit for Fournette. Although on the other one, I think there was a dual player. Josh Reynolds for the Rams to 299. Two-color patch and sticker auto. Sterling Shepard to 50 for the Giants. Michael Thomas to 99 for the Saints. Another Leonard Fournette. This one is numbered to 99. Another material. I keep hoping we're going to pull you a Fournette signature, but we have not. Mac Hollins for the Eagles to 299. Barely got a second color in your patch, and that is also a sticker auto. Our redemption, if we had a drum roll, we would do it right now. Steve Largent, wow, there is a Hall of Famer for you. He always played with the Seahawks, so let's see if, well, I shouldn't say always. He could have played somewhere else. I associate Steve Largent with the Seahawks. We are going to go to the checklist right now and verify not only what team they have assigned to him, but also what this card's going to be numbered to. Because this is Signatures Neon Blue. And let's see if we can... It takes forever to do this drop-down menu. But we're getting there. Come on, menu. Signatures Neon Blue. Here we go. And he is card number 49 in the set. And yeah, Steve Largent, Seahawks, as we expected. And it's going to be numbered to 20. So that is a nice low number for you as well. We're going to go ahead and get that in there so that we can, I can write it on there. And then let's recap. Oh, we can't recap yet. What am I saying? We still have to deal with Josh Dobbs and Alvin Kamara here. Dennis, yes, Heritage Baseball is right after we do this Spectra card here in random. And then we'll recap our hits out of Spectra, and then we'll be busting right into Heritage. I'm going to go ahead and get that card in the sleeve so I can circle who it goes to in a moment. Okay, so the Steelers, let's first make sure we're looking at Spectra, and we are. So the Steelers are CW Collects Cards, and the Saints, Vez 12377. So those are the two teams on that card, and you will remember, I'll show you this again. This one is oriented top to bottom, so it will go in Steelers and then Saints. And we will hit random 3 times, and wherever it ends up after our third random is where that particular card will go. It's a nice card, I will say that. Kind of an unusual pairing, though, in that it's a quarterback, and, you know, usually you have, well, it's just usually you wouldn't have it paired like that. 1, 2, and 3. And there again, we've randomized 3 times. There's our date and time stamp, and that card is headed to the Steelers. So once again, I'm going to circle that, and that is circled on the sleeve, as you see, not on the card itself. So let's recap. This dual player card awarded via random to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The redemption, the Steve Largent redemption for the Seahawks, which will be numbered to 20 when you get it. I don't think we're not going to recap all of our base cards again, except for Zeke 1 of 1, because, yeah, I think that one should be recapped. I'm just getting these others stacked over there on the sorting mat. So there is our Ezekiel Elliott 1 of 1 for the Cowboys. And then everything else we're looking at, materials and signatures. And there's a bunch of them. So, of course, I already called out the numbering and all that stuff when we went through them the first time. So this time we're just going to take a quick little second look at these. So if someone wants to see your hits again, you can. That, again, that is signed. It's just super hard to see because it's signed in some kind of neon green that barely shows up there for Deshaun Watson. And the Tom Maynard, again, had quite a few surface scratches and imperfections on that mirrored surface, unfortunately, right out of the pack. And all of them have minor imperfections. I shouldn't say all of them, but I think most of them have minor edge and corner imperfections here and there. Spectra is always they're always such nice looking cards. They're just, they're one of my favorites in football. Of course, I like a lot of the football series, but National Treasures and Spectra are hard to beat. Pulled lots and lots of Fournette out of materials hits, but not as many. Well, not any, I guess, with the signature, right? But lots of materials for Fournette in here. Did Corey Davis get hurt? For some reason, I think he did. I know we had some injuries this past weekend here and there. That's the one, the Tyreek Hill has the kind of, I guess it's a pull in the fabric, resulting in that kind of white thread sticking out of the middle of it. I'm not going to mess with that, but when you guys get it, you can probably trim it off there if you don't like it. And that is the recap for that half case of Spectra. The back half of that Spectra, again, should already be listed. I think it probably ends Friday night, if I'm remembering it correctly. And then we still have another case or two to bust into beyond that. Now that's going to bring us up to some Heritage High Number Baseball. And this is 6 boxes, which is a half case of 2017 Heritage High Number Baseball. And it is break number 2. We opened the first half of this a night or two ago. So this is the back half of the case that we started recently. And if you happen to jump in late, shipping for Spectra and Heritage High Number, probably look at Friday to Saturday for those. I know you guys are probably like, you've said that 10 times. I know, but people jump in and out all the time, and I cannot tell you how many messages I get every day with someone asking me, when does such and such ship? And oh, I wasn't on for that part. I didn't hear that part. Or they'll ask me, something along those lines. And, I do the same thing. I jump in and out of breaks. I don't set solidly often. Sometimes I do. But so that's why if you're on the whole way through, sometimes you think, why is she repeating herself so much? That's why. It's so that everyone has a chance to hear it. Dan, did I have any high-end Bellingers in the first break? I did not. I don't think we hit, I'm trying to think about this. I don't think we hit a Bellinger. I don't think we hit a Bellinger in the first half of this case. There are several of you who bid in the first half as well as in this half. I recognize your user ID. So anybody who did the first half as well, if you are on, feel free to jump into chat and remind me if we did hit one. But I don't really think that we did out of the first half. And to tell you the truth, Dan, that stuff just goes right out of my head. Like I say it when I see it, and then 5 minutes later, I will have already replaced it with whatever the next thing is that came out. So I don't retain a lot of that. And of course here we have one of our original 1968 cards inside. They are stamped with the 50th anniversary stamp on them, but they are the original cards, which is pretty cool. Sometimes we're going to pull those, and sometimes we are going to pull the strip of 3 cards. And of course, if we pull the strip of 3 cards and has different teams and the teams have different owners, then those end up going to random. But what is going on? Oh, that card's got a little weird edge on it. That's why it's got a little crease in the lower and the edge right there. That's why I was fighting with me, not wanting to go in there. And then what else are you asking me here? Yeah, okay, so Yval, you don't remember any high-end Bellingers either, so I'm not just crazy. All right, I don't think we did, in that case, pull them. So I didn't really think that we did, but like I said, I don't retain that stuff but for a couple of minutes usually, and then I just dump it right back out, and it gets replaced with the next thing we see. And then Dan, yes, I do know there are short prints in here, for sure. There are short prints in here. Some of them I may recognize going through, some of them I may not. And if I miss one, feel free, of course, to jump into chat and let me know. I have not yet finished the sort from the other night. And usually, once I have finished a couple of sorts, I have a better handle on what all the short prints look like. And also, some of the short prints are hard to spot because sometimes it's just something weird on the back of a card, like they'll put their birth date on there wrong, or something that you really kind of have to have an eagle eye to catch. Some of them, of course, much more obvious that we can see as we go through. Yeah, the short prints, again, there's lots of ways you can identify them. There are a number of codes that identify them, but again, there are tons of different short prints, and they're not all things that are super obvious. So I will definitely point out the ones that I see. And as I said, if you guys see one go through that I have missed, absolutely jump into chat and say, hey, there it is, and we'll go back and take another look at it. And the other thing you should know is chat is delayed slightly. So you guys type it in, but I don't think it pops up on my side for maybe a minute or sometimes 2 after you've typed it in. So just be aware of that as well. So like if you type in, hey, there went a short print, it's probably not going to, I'm probably not going to see it till we're 30 cards down the pack or down the way. So if that's the case, type in like, hey, there was an XYZ short print, you know, like Astros or Yankees or Babe Ruth or whatever the case might be. And that will make it easier to go back and identify it if I have shot past one, which sometimes I do. Yes, I'm sorry. Did I call it? Well, to me, short print and variation are not exactly the same thing. Some variations are short print, some are not. But so if I use the terminology that is not the terminology that is your preference, I apologize for that. I kind of sometimes use them a little more interchangeably than I probably should. So. All right, guys, let's take a look and see what we have. Of course, we are going to have a ton of base in here. And our base, we are just kind of going to buzz through. If you would like something to go, if you want me to go through it quicker, or if you want me to go through it slower, that is fine on either count. All you would need to do is just say that in chat, either speed up or slow down or whatever the case may be, and I will happily do that. There's an insert for Corey Seager. As it is, I kind of tend to go somewhere in the neighborhood of this pace. Rookie performers Luke Weaver for the Cardinals. Yeah, just everybody, you know, has different preferences when there's a lot of base. There are some people that want it to go quite quickly. There are other people who want it to go slower. So I kind of usually just ask you guys, and then whatever you're inclined to prefer on any given night, I can accommodate. Courtney, all of the football is done. Yeah. All of it is. And Dan, you typed in something that I don't even know what that's supposed to say. I'm thinking you were saying something Giants, but it came out looking kind of weird. Giants something is a hot card, but it's typed out EOOKIW. So we'll just go back through here and see if I see whatever you were looking for the Giants. Are you talking about this one, the tie block? No, you're saying somebody, Ryan for the Giants? I don't even remember seeing Ryan for the Giants. There's Aurora, Matt Cain. I don't know what Giants, I don't know what Giants, Ryan, that you were looking for there. Well, Courtney, there is no link to the recap yet because, of course, we're still in the middle of the live break. So there's not going to be anything posted for a recap until, of course, the live break is finished. So we're still in the middle of it right now. So unfortunately, no, I do not have. Can't really give you the link to it quite yet. Generally speaking, these will be uploaded within 24 hours after the fact, but YouTube has an archived version that's usually available, I don't know, 3-4 hours after the break. The only difference in the two is I go in and put in the titles and the description, and YouTube just archives it without that stuff. Jeff Hoffman for the Rockies on one of the Chrome inserts, or what they call Chrome in here. Little Ian Happ. Oh, it was the Aurora. All right, well, we already, of course, you saw that one then when it went back through on the Christian Aurora. That's the drag about the delay in chat. You know, by the time it pops up, we're already well beyond it, which makes it difficult to be able to go back then and find things sometimes. I don't know why there is that delay. There's a Bellinger. I love Heritage, and I particularly like 1968 Heritage. I've still got quite a few 1968 cards that I talked my cousin out of many years ago when I was a kid. And my cousins were a little bit older, and they had a lot of baseball cards, and I used to periodically talk him out of some of them. And I actually saw him last weekend at my grandmother's funeral. I saw my cousin that I gotten a lot of the cards from. Hadn't seen him in a long time. There was a DeGrom. There was a Clubhouse Collection relic hit. Oops, that one is numbered. It is numbered to 99 for the Mets. So I reminded him when I saw him over the weekend. I said, "Hey, do you remember some of those cards you gave me?" He's like, "No, I know I gave you a bunch of them, but I didn't, but I don't, remember all of them." I was like, "Oh yeah, one of them is a Johnny Bench rookie card, man." He's like, "Oh, I can't believe that." And you're saying the Haniger Mariners card is an error. All right. Well, we will go back and take a look at that. There's Kenley Jansen for the Dodgers in the chrome. So you're looking for Haniger. All right, let's see if we can buzz through and find that one back. But yeah, my cousin was pretty sad that he's like, "Oh, don't tell me that." I was like, "Hey, don't even worry about it. We were kids and we didn't treat it with any kind of care at all. We just, traded them, played with them, whatever. So we didn't even take good care of them. So it's not like it would grade out well." So this is the card that you wanted to see again, your this Mitch Haniger. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll keep on keeping on through here. And a lot of these, I know, of course, there can be variations in the color of the back and that type thing. Normally, I just find that in the sort and take care of it in the sort. Now, if you guys want to go back and do a quick look at the backs of all of these, I'm fine with that. I don't mind it. We'll just do it at the end of the break. Rookie Performers Bellinger. Sometimes people want to look at it, sometimes they don't. So again, I just leave it to those of you who are in chat to make those kinds of decisions, because it's a lot of cards in this set, and sometimes people don't want to spend forever looking at them, and sometimes you do. So all right, and again, we've got a little original 1968 card inside here. And it will also, of course, have our 50th anniversary logo on it. This one is Mike Epstein. And, of course, that card says Senators. It will go to the current team for that franchise. And for some reason, I always call the Senators the wrong thing. And aren't the Senators, aren't they the current Twins? Who are the Senators? What franchise is the Senators now? I want to say it's the Twins, and then I always say it wrong because I so seldom see a card for the Senators. Half the time I don't remember it. Oh, it's the Rangers? Okay. See, I told you. I always, I don't know. I always look that up, of course, because I can never, ever remember the Senators. So I always look up the franchise history before I sort it and send it out. For some reason, I have trouble retaining that particular one. Don't know why. No, there was not an autograph in that box. Our hit in the last box was the Jacob deGrom. There's only one hit per box. And it can be an autograph or a relic, either one. And so, you know, sometimes we get the relic, sometimes we get the autograph. And that one was the deGrom to 99 out of that one. Yeah, I don't know why it is easier for me to remember franchise history for both football and basketball than it is for baseball. And even a lot of the baseball I can remember, except the Senators. I have like a mental block about the Senators. Don't know why, but I do. Of course, I still want to call the Nationals. I still think of the Nationals as the Montreal Expos. You know, it's just like, they haven't been the Expos for years, but I still think of them as the Expos. So you would think that I would be able to retain the Senators, but I don't. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I know. I'd love to pull a signed Bellinger for sure, man. That'd be awesome. Jordan, there were Seahawks in Spectra for sure. You had a redemption, I do. Wasn't that in Spectra, or was the redemption in... Ooh, there is a Seahawks redemption, Jordan. I think it was in Spectra. It could have been in one of the others in Black Gold or in Gold Standard, but I think it was in Spectra. And I'm sure there was something for the Seahawks in Spectra for sure. Because, I mean, in a half case, what did we pull? I don't even know how many cards, but a lot. And it's a Steve Largent. I remember that because it is a redemption, and I had to go to the checklist to make sure it was a Seahawk. And I think, guys, wasn't it in Spectra? Okay, so there is a Senators that went to Minnesota. So see, that's why I have the Senators in my head as the Minnesota Twins. Right. So that's why I think the Senators are the Twins. And then you're saying this, oh, okay. Well, I don't know about the Senators that became the Rangers, so we'll have to I'll have to research that a little further. I'll look that up again then, because I thought Senators were twins. I've never associated them with the Rangers. So I don't know, but I will look that up. We'll get that verified before it is sent out, of course. Moncada, rookie performers. But it's easy, you know. All you have to do really is just Google, you know, franchise history, Washington Senators, or, yeah, they were the Washington Senators, weren't they? Well, franchise history, Senators, and then it will tell us. We will do that a little bit farther down the road so as not to interrupt our current opening. Little Mike Trout insert. Can you guys believe it is almost, the baseball season is almost over? That is crazy. Black Gold, Jordan. Oh, I have no idea if we hit a brown or a jag in Black Gold. I have absolutely no idea. You know, Jordan, you know I only keep that stuff in my head for like 5 minutes unless it's something that stands out, like it's a redemption or a 1 of 1 or something that registers in my brain. Outside of that, you know I don't remember that stuff. If you are still here, Jordan, at the end of the break, jump in a chat and let me know that you're still on here, and I can recap them again for you at the very end of the break. But just remind me if you're still on. I know you jump on and off all the time. Yeah, again, Dan, I don't know. We'll have to look up about the Senators. As I said, I thought it was the Twins, and you said it was the Rangers, and then you typed something that there's both Senators that became the Rangers and Senators that became the Twins, and then so that I don't know about. I don't ever remember there being two different Senators teams. So we will, address that at the end of the break for sure. Adrian Gonzalez for the Dodgers is our Clubhouse Collection relic hit out of that box. And my favorite team in baseball is the Reds. Cincinnati Reds fan for baseball. They're right up the road from me. For football, I'm a Steelers fan, although I also like a number of other teams, primarily the ones that have ex-UK players on them. There's another Bellinger. Because I went to school at UK, it's my alma mater, so any team that has one of my UK alum on it, I usually want at least my UK players to do well. But primarily it would be the Steelers for me in football. And then in basketball, I don't have really a favorite basketball because I have UK players on so many teams. I follow a ton of NBA teams. I don't think I really totally have a favorite. There is a Cody Bellinger in the nice little, what they call chrome in this set. It's not the chrome card in the traditional sense, but still a nice little hit there for Bellinger. Who has just been amazing. Is he still on home run 38, or has he hit another one? I haven't kept up with anything that happened in the last day or two, so I don't know if he's hit another or not in the interim. There's Orlando Arcia. Oh, Jordan, you got a LeBron James on-card autograph. Wow, man, that's awesome. Out of what series? Where'd you hit it out of? Those are hard to come by. I'm hoping that we're going to find some Upper Deck. And Jordan, I don't know if you even know this or not. Are you familiar with Leaf Unopened Edition? So, like, they just released Leaf Best of Basketball Unopened Edition. And what that is, they literally buy sealed boxes of cards from Panini, Upper Deck, Topps, whomever. And then they just put the sealed box of cards with like some little new base card from Leaf in another box. So it's a totally unopened box of cards, but you don't know what card series you're going to get. I mean, they've got National Treasures in there, everything on down the line from that. So I think it's probably, obviously it's not all going to be National Treasures level or exquisite level. I'm sure there's plenty of lower end ones in there too, but there's the potential to pull some really sweet stuff out of it. So I've got some of that on hand we're going to start busting into on Saturday, and I'm hoping that we're going to find some LeBron possibilities. We'll have some Upper Deck in there, I'm hoping, because it says that the boxes that they're including in Best of Basketball Unopened Edition span the last 2 decades. So, I mean, there's the potential to pull all kinds of stuff out of there, but their sales materials mostly seem to be focused on the newer stuff. So, we'll see. Bobby Locke for the Angels is our 1968 card out of here. And again, of course, you guys know it's going to have the little 50th anniversary stamp on it. You pulled it out of 2013 Upper Deck. Cool, man. You'll have to take a picture of that LeBron and send it to me when you get it. I'd like to see that. And Dan says I missed a Ryan. I don't know which Ryan you mean. A Nolan Ryan? And Jimmy, twin for the Washington Senators from 1901 to 1960. Okay. Yeah, Jordan, definitely send a picture of that. It's a booklet too. That's cool, man. Did you, was that a break? Or did you buy that box on your own, like as a whole box, the Upper Deck, the 2013 Upper Deck, I mean? Takes forever to get all these out of the wrappers. Nobody likes delayed gratification. Oh, you know what's coming Wednesday? Gold Label baseball and triple threads. I love me some triple threads. So the first triple threads, the first case, I think, well, I know I'm going to do in thirds. We'll do 3 box, 3 box, 3 box. Then the second case we'll probably do as a full 9 box case. And then the third and fourth cases, I don't know. We'll wait and see how I'm going to do those. And Gold Label baseball, we'll definitely, we'll break those at least 1 or 2 cases as full 16 box cases right off the bat. And then Jimmy, you're the Rangers were the Senators from 1961 to 1971. Okay, well there you go. Oh, Jordan, you bought the LeBron card. I gotcha. Okay, I thought you got it in a break. I'm so used to you pulling awesome stuff in breaks that's what I thought we were talking about there. So I was not paying attention. Another rookie performer, Arcia. But I still want to see a picture of it when you get it because it sounds really awesome. Are you going to have it graded? There's an Aurora. And you guys know what next year's going to be like with baseball. It's going to be like this year. If Ohtani, which everybody says he's going to, oh man, if he bites the bullet and gives up his $200 million and comes early and is here next year, everybody's going to be crazy for him. And then, of course, you know, we'll have Clint Frazier in there, and we'll have Rhys Hoskins, and we're going to have a nice rookie class again next year, it looks like. So we'll probably be baseball crazed again. We've got you know what? I think this is going to be a good year in general. We've got a nice group of rookies in the NFL who some of them are already outperforming their expectations. And we also have, of course, we've had a great rookie crop in baseball. And it looks like, you never know until the season starts, but it looks like we've got a really nice class in basketball as well. Because you know how some years it just seems like across all the sports, like it just seems like, all the rookie classes are terrible. And then other years, all the rookie classes are great. And then some years, of course, what just fell out of there? A piece of cardboard. That's weird. And then some years, one is good and, you know, other sports bad. But this year, everybody seems to be... All of our rookies seem to be on track this year to do well. Another Bellinger. A Blake Snell Chrome. And we're almost up to time for Bowman Chrome. I mean, Bowman Chrome is 27th, I think it is. And I've got tons of that stuff coming. So if you are into Bowman Chrome, and it does look like it has a good checklist this year. Of course, it usually does, but we got a lot of that we'll be opening. For the Braves, we have a blue border Cabrera, Mauricio Cabrera for the Braves. Yeah, I hope it grades high for you as well. I have got a bunch of stuff I need to send off to be graded of my own. And I keep waiting because I've been waiting, what, 6-8 months more on the Ezekiel Elliott redemption, rookie redemption from, it's a nice little card for my Reds, from Panini. And of course, they have not sent it yet, so I keep thinking, oh, I'll wait and send off all my stuff when my Zeke gets here, but I may be 100 by the time that Ezekiel Elliott rookie gets here. So I probably need to just go on and send my other stuff and quit waiting, I guess. I've got a big pile of it to go. There definitely was a Largent redemption. The question is, was it in Spectra or was it in one of the others? I think it was in Spectra, Jordan, but I am not gonna swear my life on it. But as I said, I'm happy to buzz back through that stuff for you after we finish this break. So just remind me that you're still here when we get to the end or close to the end, and I will happily buzz through it again for you, no problem. Yeah, we only had one redemption tonight at all, which is good, at least so far. Hey, here's a nice little hit for the Phillies. Alfaro to 68. Nice little red ink on card auto for the Phillies. Nice one. That one definitely saved itself for last. We were almost done with the whole box before that one showed up. Yeah, you're funny. You are a funny man, Jordan. That guy. Did I tell you that the guy that threw the fit that night about reseeding the cards, that he didn't even have any teams in that break? I don't remember if I told you that or not. Yeah. Oh, Jimmy, that's your that was your Zeke 1 of 1. That's a sweet little card, man. Of course, I mean, I know he's not a rookie anymore, but I got to tell you, still a 1 of 1 Ezekiel Elliott is still a good pull, even though it is not still a rookie. I think that was a sweet little hit for you, man. It was awful. You're funny. Ed Stroud. Oh, the lovely Senators again. The 50th anniversary. But Jimmy already, of course, Jimmy and Dan both have already clarified about our Senators, since these are from 1968, where they end up. Are you calling me old school, Jordan? That's just wrong, man. That is just wrong. Just because I appreciate our veteran players, you're going to call me old school. That is not even nice, man. Yeah, that Cam Newton was that was a very nice hit, the Cam Newton. And you know, I haven't pulled him in prime signatures recently, but it's probably about time for him to cycle through again. Which it was so funny yesterday in prime signatures. I was like, we pulled a Packer. I don't remember, a miscellaneous Packer. And I said, yeah, you know, we haven't pulled Randall Cobb out of 2011 Prime. We haven't pulled a Randall Cobb rookie in forever. And don't you know, like the very next pack, they're set Randall Cobb, his rookie. And then what was in the next box? There was something in the very next break. I said, oh, we haven't pulled, it's about time to pull a such and such. And see, my memory, I don't even remember what card I was referring to. And we pulled it as well. So there's something to be said for conjuring things up. Oh, Jimmy, you pulled a Zeke out of Contenders Draft Picks. Wow, numbered to 15. Excellent. That's a great hit as well. I don't usually order a ton of Contenders Draft Picks, mainly because I hate to sort them. But I probably should order more of them. All right, we are almost ready. One more silly pack to get open. All right, here we go. This is box number 4 that we are sorting through right now. So we have 2 more boxes after this one left. And we found our hit right away here. And it is Aroldis Chapman for the Yankees. He got a little pinstripe even, numbered to 99 on our relic hit. Yeah, Brett Favre is a tough pull for on-card auto. He is hard to pull, I think, anyway. Honestly, I've pulled more Tom Brady because we've pulled a few Tom Brady, including that nice on-card auto to 5 out of why did I just blank on it? I started to say Clearly Authentic, but that's baseball. Out of you guys know what I'm thinking of. We opened a ton of it in 2016. Oh, why can't I think of the name of that card series? It's got, I don't know. I've got freaking Clearly Authentic stuck in my head. And that's not it, of course. We opened a bunch of it. Anyway, we pulled the nice Tom Brady to 5 out of that. And then we pulled a couple Tom Brady's like really close together. We've pulled Big Ben. We've pulled Eli. I mean, just don't pull very many Brett Favre. Don't really pull a lot of Aaron Rodgers either, actually. Oh, You saw them pull the 1 of 1 Brady out of honors. Wow. That's nice. Yeah, I did a fair amount, not a fair amount, but I did a handful of honors recently, and you didn't even jump in there, Jordan, after you were like, oh, give me some honors, give me some honors. I don't even think you bid on any of it. But that's all right. It's still fun to open, and I have some more coming, actually. I think it gets here tomorrow or the next day. Sometimes I don't remember what day stuff is arriving. I just know it's coming. We definitely have more honors coming. But I tell you, mostly I'm excited about getting into Triple Threads Baseball. Like, I cannot wait to get into Triple Threads Baseball. That definitely gets here on Wednesday. And I'm really kind of excited to get in that Best Basketball Unopened edition because I want to know what the boxes are in there. I mean, can you imagine if we pulled like Exquisite and NT out of there or something? We would all fall over. Oh yeah, Lux is another one I've got to order more of. I think I'm either out of Lux or I've only got 1 or 2 left, so I do need to get more Lux in too. You're right. Oh, you're looking for a Lindor? Hey, you know what I pulled? I was opening myself some 2015 Bowman's Best. And I pulled a Lindor rookie. I think it was the green, maybe the green parallel in there. Or was it the orange? I don't know. The high def refractor. And it was numbered to maybe 50. It's a redemption for the Lindor. I was pretty excited about that. Oh, Jimmy, you have a signed card of Favre from 1993 Stadium Club Members' Choice First Day Production. Wow. How long you been sitting on that one, my friend? That's probably worth a little coin. There's a nice little Aurora in the chrome parallel numbered to 568. And actually, all of these chromes, I should just flip them back over because the refractors are numbered to 568. The ones that do not refract are numbered to 999. And I probably should have told you that ahead of time, and maybe I did, and I just don't remember it. Then, of course, the Tolles is the blue border to 68. The Kenley Jansen, the refractor to 588, and then the Hoffman to 999. And those, of course, are all of the chromes that we've pulled so far. I just have them setting off separately so that we could recap them, but then as I sat there and looked at it, thought, I don't think I remember to call out the number on these. Sitting on it for a while. Jordan, you are asking me, would I break something? Oh, yeah, I mean, that's fine. So you mean you want to do it as like a personal box break, you mean? Like I would break a box that you buy and own, but you just want it broken live? Is that what you mean? Or do you mean something completely different? Yeah, I mean, we just have to, obviously you'd have to get the box to me. But other than that, yeah, sure, I don't mind. There is Joe Jimenez and Jarlin Garcia and Ben Gamel. And we have 2 Marlins and a Tiger. So by default, since there is more than 50% of that card is, no it is not, a Marlin and a Mariner. What is wrong with me tonight? So no, we do not have that going to one place. We have a Marlin, a Mariner, and a Tiger. Well, it's not going to sit there. So let's go take a look. Marlins, right here, Spitz Holding. The Mariners, Bruce Dog Sports. And then the Tigers, Spitz Holdings. Hey, look at that. So Spitz Holdings is going to get that one by default because he's got 2 of the 3 teams. So we'll just go ahead and I'm going to write on the back of this, not on the back of the card, of course, on the back of the little sleeve to remind me when I sort that nice little strip goes to Spitz Holdings because he has 2 of the 3 teams. So congratulations on that one. Oh, you got a Hines Ward? Nice. I like Hines Ward. And Antoine Randall L. Oh gosh, I hadn't thought about Antoine Randall L in forever. Hey Dan, when you get that little strip of cards, I'm going to see if that will fit in one of the top loaders. I have some 5x7 top loaders. I think that little strip of cards will fit in there. If it does not, then I will put it back in the package that I took it out of. And then I'll put it between 2 pieces of cardboard and label it on the outside. But just, I guess my point is, be on the lookout for it, Dan, when it comes your way. Because sometimes, you know, used to seeing the cards just in their little team bags, and people overlook those things if they're in between 2 pieces of cardboard or something. So, but I gotta make sure I can get it to you without it getting bent up. So I'm hoping it's going to fit in that 5x7 top loader. It looks like, just eyeballing it, it looks like it probably will, but if not, the card shop might have an 8x10. If they do, I can get that. And if they don't, then we'll be back to cardboard. Oh, my Antonio Brown. I still have that. It's one of the ones I need to send off to have graded. I don't know that I can sell AB, man. I think I'll probably... I've never sold any of my... I don't think I've ever sold any of my Steelers hits. But I might sell some of my Le'Veon. I don't know. I've got a lot of Le'Veon. I was thinking about it after I get them graded. Might sell a few odds and ends. But that AB rookie, he was pretty sweet. I know you watched the break where I hit it, and I didn't even watch the break where I hit it. I didn't even know I'd hit it till you came on and told me in chat. I was in a basketball break, I don't know, last week, I guess. I still haven't had time to watch the break. I already got the cards in the mail. So it's like, I guess I don't really need to go back and watch it now because I already have received the cards. It was probably a week, 10 days ago, something like that. All right, this is box number 5 of 6 that we're getting ready to sort. I'm just taking these cards from the last box and putting them over here on the sorting mat so that we don't have to worry about our stacks getting too high and crazy and out of hand. Hey, we have a purple border for the Mets. That one is that not numbered? I guess that one's not numbered. With our little purple border chrome, or I call that purple anyway. Oh, yes, Jordan. I can recap the football for you, for sure, after we finish the baseball. That's no problem. And we have another purple border chrome for Marquez. So do you suppose we might be in the midst of a hot box? I'm thinking we are. And that confirms it, because there's our third one, Koda Glover. Encarnacion for the Indians. And then a Trevor Bauer, also for the Indians. I guess that would be why, Dan, I guess that would be why, was it you that said hot boxes were heavier? It might have been. If so, it would be because of the chrome cards being slightly, with more of them in there. But Severino, purple. But it shouldn't be enough weight difference to be noticeable just from picking the box up. You would probably have to weigh it, because it would be a negligible difference, I think. Jose De Leon. Dylan Bundy. Bradley Zimmer for the Indians. Or I guess maybe if you're somebody who's really, really good at estimating weight, and like you routinely weigh things, you might be able to tell by touch or by hand, but I would think you would have to have a scale. Nice little Ian Happ rookie in the purple parallel for the Cubbies. Another Luke Weaver rookie performers. Oh, you want to go back to the Bellinger? Okay. Hang on one second. There he is. I'm not setting him down. I was just setting the rest of the cards down. You're probably like, I saw him for half a second. I'll set him over here to the side in case you want to look at him again. Another Aurora. Hey, Jesse Winker for my Reds in the purple chrome parallel. Yay, Jesse Winker. He's been playing pretty well, actually. Amir Garrett. Another purple parallel for my little Cincinnati Reds. Nunez for the A's. Luke Weaver for the Cardinals. Nice little on-card auto hit for St. Louis. Mija for the Twins. Ryan Healy. You know I don't say this guy's name right ever, so we're just going with Dallas for the Astros. Dan, did you get what you needed from Cody, or do you want me to show him to you again? Jeff Hoffman. Whoops. Jeff Hoffman for the Rockies. Kyle Freeland for the Rockies. A little Dansby. Poor Dansby. Had a little bit of a rough year. Blake Snell for the Rays. What are you saying there, all at the end? You wanted to see something on the Bellinger again? Yes? No? Maybe? Or are you saying you want to see all of the chrome at the end? I'm not sure which thing you're telling me you want to see all at the end. Or you want to see the backs of everything at the end? Was the Blake Snell numbered? No, I don't believe so. But let's pull it back up and I'll show it to you again, but shouldn't be. The purple borders have not been numbered. The blue borders will be numbered. The refractors are numbered. Even the non-refractors are numbered, but they're numbered to 9.99. But the purple have only been unnumbered thus far. Oh, all the Bellingers at the end? Oh boy, I didn't separate out all the Bellingers. So we'll have to go back through every all the cards, because I didn't. The only one I set aside was the last one you just asked for there. Steven Matz. There's just I don't say his name right either. Well, for the Cubs with the blue border, we're going to go with Rob because I can't ever get his name out of my mouth properly. Rivera for the Mets. Yeah, I mean, if I had known at the beginning that you wanted me to set all the Bellingers aside, I could have, as we found one, I could have set each one aside, and that would have been easy to do, but I did not know that that is what you wanted me to do. So they are all in the stacks. They are not sorted out at all, aside from the one I just set aside that you asked to see again. For the Bellingers, I mean. Matt Olson. Martinez for the Cardinals. All right, that is going to bring us up to box number 6, which is our final box of this break and our last box of this particular case. So the next break that we have for Heritage High Number will be the start of a brand new case, for those of you who keep track of that. All right, we've got another 3-card strip here. So we'll once again do the same thing that we did with the last one, which is see if anybody owns 2 or more of the teams. If they do, it goes to them automatically. If they don't, it will go to random. So we have Mariners, Dodgers, and Brewers on this one. All right, so Mariners. Where are you, Mariners? Right there. Dodgers. Right here. And then was Brewers the third one? Yes. And the Brewers right there. So we have 3 different team owners on that one. No duplication there. So that means we are headed to random for it. And since it is oriented left to right, that's the way we'll put it in, which means it'll go Mariners, Dodgers, Brewers. And then we'll hit random 3 times. Whatever team is on the top at the end of the third random, we'll take that one home. First one, here goes the second, the third, and final. And there's randomized 3 times, our date and time stamp, and it goes to the Mariners. So that is this little card here is headed to the Mariners. So let me get this back in here and labeled as Mariners, and then we'll start opening up our packs and see what we can find. All right, Mariners. Okay, then that brings us to this little stack of packs here is our last group for tonight. So here's what we'll do. After we sort through these, we'll do our hits recap for Heritage High Number. Then we will do the football quick little sort through that you guys wanted to see. And which was what? Spectra, right? And then we will go back through all of the Heritage High Number to look for all of the Bellingers for Dan. And Dan, the reason I'm going to do Spectra first for those guys is because obviously that is much quicker than it's going to take to sort back through 1,000+ cards looking for those Bellingers. So that way we can still get everyone accommodated without anybody having to go back and rewatch the break, and without anybody having to wait any longer than normal. But just going forward, if there is a player that you know you're going to want to see all the cards at the end, just let me know that up at the front normally of a break so that I can set them aside as we go. Because it will, obviously that's much easier than having to go back through all of these a second time. And it also means one less time I have to handle all the cards because, obviously these are collectibles, so we don't like to have to handle them an inordinate number of times when it can be helped. I think the less is better. I think we all probably subscribe to that theory in terms of that sort of thing. See, there's a good example of that. I just knocked this top stack right over on that. So let's try that again. Adam Jones for the Orioles. Our clubhouse relic hit from that box. These I'm going to leave setting up here so we know we don't have to do a second sort for them. I'm not going to move them off this time. I shouldn't have moved the last ones off either now that I think about it, because we had pulled the only Bellinger out of there, but oh well, too late now. So there's Aaron Judge, rookie performers. A little Gary Sanchez and Aaron Judge Bronx Belters insert. It's a nice one. Oh, Dennis, I see what you're saying there. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's obviously an option, but you know, I will go back through them for him, so that's okay. I would do the same. I would do the same for you guys. Now, it's not something I would want to do every single night, to go back through every break twice, but occasionally it's fine. Because, hey, I mean, you know, honestly, sometimes we all jump into a break late and want to know what we've got coming. So, a little Marquez for the Rockies. That one to $9.99. Oh, you want Spectra and Black Gold. Okay. Well, isn't that pretty much everything we did? Isn't that like all the football that we did? That's to 586 on the Jeff Hoffman. It's the refractor, of course. And all of the refractors are going to be to 586 in that standard design. All of the non-refracted are to 999 in the standard design. Of course, the blue borders we know are numbered differently, as are the purple borders, which are unnumbered. Aha, I'm going to set that one aside. And we will take a look at him again a little bit later. Gurriel. I'm just grateful that the Novocaine wore off. I had to go to the dentist today. I was flossing my teeth and a filling popped out. And of course, you know how I mean, it's basically, I guess, a nerve block or whatever, but you know how half your face goes numb, your tongue, your lip, your mouth, everything is numb for so long. I was beginning to think it wasn't going to wear off in time to do the break, right? I mean, like, I was numb for 6-7 hours. I'm thinking, oh boy, if I have to do that break with half numb, that is going to be difficult. So honestly, I'm just grateful that the Novocaine wore off before time to do the break. All right, I keep wanting to move those. I got to remember not to move those because we know that there's no Bellingers in that one, so I want to leave those. All right, so let's, here are the little 1968 original cards, all of which have the Topps 50th anniversary stamp on them. So that is those. We pulled 4 of those. Then we pulled our 2 3-strip cards. This one, which goes to Spitz Holdings because he owns 2 of the 3 teams. And then I stupidly put the other one already back in its little thing, which I should not have done, knowing that I needed to recap it. Then this one, which ended up going via random to the Mariners, which I wrote on the back there. So Mariners for that one. So those were our 6 box toppers. We will buzz back through our chrome here quickly. And again, anything that's a refractor, like that one, will be numbered to 586 on the back. Anything that is this design and not a refractor is going to be numbered to 999. All the ones with the purple borders here, or what I call purple, those are out of the hot box, and those are unnumbered. No number at all on the purple borders. I guess I don't need to show you the back of all those because they're not numbered anyway. Bauer will be to $9.99. It feels like there's a second card there. That's because there is a second card there. Marquez is stuck behind him. The Jeff Hoffman will be to $9.99. The Jansen will be to $5.68 or $88.68, I think it is. The Andrew Tolles, it is a blue border. It is to $68. There is your other Bellinger to $9.99. The non-refractor, we'll also set him aside since you want to look at all your Bellingers. That's to $9.99, $9.99, and $5.86 or $68. Why do I always say 86? It's 68, 568. So there are the Chrome cards recapped. I'm going to leave him setting up there. We'll leave those other two Bellingers. Here are our two blue borders that we pulled. So there are the two of them. And then here are our hits. And that is Adam Jones for the Orioles. Oh, you're not a pain tonight, Jordan. No worries, man. Like I said, I know I've jumped in and out of breaks and come in late. And I mean, it's totally fine, man. Don't worry about it. Luke Weaver for the Cardinals. Aroldis Chapman for the Yankees to $99. The Alfaro for the Phillies, numbered to $68 and signed in the red ink. Gonzalez for the Dodgers. And Jacob deGrom, $2.99 for the Mets. So that is the recap for Heritage High Number. Now, those of you who are taken off, which is probably most of you, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody breaking with me, bidding with me, chatting with me, all that stuff. I always appreciate you guys. So thank you very much. I hope I will see you again soon. Do have a lot of baseball coming up. I mentioned some of it as we went through tonight. And, of course, there's always new stuff to show. So thank you to that for you guys. Now, those of you who are waiting on your football recap, let me just get all of this stuff over here. I'm just going to buzz through this, guys. I'm not going to go through and do all the numbering and all that stuff, but I will do a quick pass through so that you can see it. And then after all of that, we will go back through all of the baseball and look for the rest of the Bellingers. So this is the gold standard. Oh, good night to you too, Dennis. Thanks, man. We'll see you later. So here is the gold standard football. Again, not putting the spreadsheet back up, just doing a quick pass through because you guys are asking to look at all the football again. And then the Christian McCaffrey, that was the nice one. The nicest one, I should say, out of gold standard. They're all nice, but that was the nicest. Then out of black gold, this was random to the Patriots. You can see a little circle there on the sleeve. So the dual materials went to the Pats. Then you had Jets, Vikings, Patriots again, Redskins, Bengals, Seahawk, Steeler, Raider, and Ram. And that is, or was, black gold. Which then brings us to Spectra. I don't even remember how I had these stacked. I think this is well, I guess there's some of everything in there. So here goes Spectra. And of course, tons of hits in Spectra, as you guys know. Lots of materials, and is it 7 material and 4 autos per box, right? I think that's right. Is the ratio on Spectra. So obviously more materials than autographs, but all nice cards. I like Spectra. But really, who doesn't like Spectra, right? I mean, it's good. This Maynard had quite a bit of like surface imperfections on it. Looks like scratches and various things. My theory is somebody probably dragged hand or materials or clothing or something across it when it was being signed, but it definitely had some surface imperfections, more obvious than normal because of the mirrored surface. The Deshaun Watson is signed, but you can't really see it. It's in some neon green ink that really does not show up on there at all, but there is a sticker on there, and it does have his autograph. You just can't really see it. So that was kind of a fail on the point of Panini, I think. Anyway, I think they did a good job with that. Especially for it to be Deshaun Watson, right? I mean, like, one that everyone wants right now, and then the signature is not even really visible unless you get right up to it, which is a shame. And I got to create a little different space right there. There's your Seahawks redemption for Steve Largent, numbered to 20. This dual materials right here went to Josh Dobbs for the Steelers. This Zeke was 1 of 1 for the Cowboys. And then the rest of our things here are going to be base cards, some die cut, obviously, some not. Many of them are numbered on the back, but the only thing that was a 1 of 1, of course, was the Zeke. And that is Spectra. So that one is rolled up, locked, and loaded. And now we're going to go back through this incredibly large number of cards looking for the Cody Bellingers. So actually, I think we'll just leave those stacks for now. We'll carry some more over in a minute. Okay, so really I'm looking only for Bellinger, so we're going to do this pretty quickly through here so that this doesn't push us into too late into the night, if we can help it. Of course, it's already after midnight, so I guess why am I saying too late into the night? It's already late into the night as far as that goes. Oh, that's no problem, Jordan. I am glad that you hit what you wanted out of there. That worked out well. I'm not used to you having the Seahawks, so I wouldn't have even thought you would have had the Seahawks. You changed it up on me tonight, man. I don't think there were, but maybe 3 or 4 in here, but since I don't remember exactly how many, we're going to have to look through them all regardless. Oh yeah, we did the recap on the Alfaro. But yeah, I can show it to you again, but I got to get through all these first to do the find the rest of your Bellingers. But yeah, the autographed Phillies card was in the recap that we did already of the hits from Heritage High Number. All right. And bring over some more stacks here. All right, I'm running out of room to stack things. Let me figure out. Well, this I know he's not in that because those are the inserts and we've already been through them. I hope I haven't already been through this stack, but I may have been. We might be buzzing through this one a second time. Or I should say a third time, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if we'd already been through that or not. But either way, we went through it there. So if it was an extra sort, that is okay. There's one. Oh, good night, Jimmy. We'll see you later, man. Thanks again. Always good to see you. And I'm always glad when you chat with me. Sometimes you're on there, you're very stealth. I like it when you chat with me. So it's good to see you. Have a good night, ma'am. Tell you, just even doing this, I think, how in the world do card dealers in Vegas shuffle those, sort through those cards all night long without having their hand cramp up? You'd be surprised. Like, you wouldn't think it would be anything. And really, normally, I don't even notice it. But just right now, doing a big group right at once without, opening packs and things in between, it's like, oh, yeah. I could see how if you did that for a long period of time, that would be a pain. I don't know how card dealers do it. I guess just habit. I guess it's whatever you get used to. But I wouldn't want to do it. Especially so many people that are intoxicated in a casino on top of that. Oh, I think that's just probably not a very fun job. Oh, I don't know. Obviously you see I'm setting your Bellinger cards aside, so I will show you each of them individually after we find them all. I'm not paying any attention to them right now other than just setting them down on this pile. So, I will show you each one individually after we finish looking for them all again. Getting close. One more stack to go. All right, so this, of course, you've already seen originally and in the recap, but we're just going to show them all to you again. It is numbered to $9.99 because it does not refract. Base card, base, 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 and base. And that is it. That's the whole little stack of Bellingers out of that half case. And then you wanted to see the Alfaro again, right? So let's find that again. It is right here. And then that, I believe, was it, right? I think so. I think that's the only thing you had wanted to flip through there and find again. So I think that is it for me tonight then, guys. Of course, Dan, I think you're probably the only one left. So I don't even think it's probably guys. I think it's probably just you. So Dan, thank you, man. I appreciate you. I hope that I will see you again for another break. And I'm going to jump off here tonight. And I will catch you the next time. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.